What are your predictions for 2026? Now that we're here, so we talked about the holidays for a long time. But like 2026, your 2025 went well, I assume.
It did, yes.
Mine was a weird 2025. I had like
you had a lot of life changes.
I had some life changes, but also like on an emotional level, it was very confusing and like tumultuous. But on like a professional level, it was off the charts.
Yeah.
So I'm like, fuck, like it was a really weird year. But I mean, it wasn't horrible. I'm not allowed to complain about it, but it wasn't. It also wasn't like off the charts to where I'm like, this is the best year of my life.
I had a year. I wouldn't say this is the best year of my life, but I would say that this year was a very big growing pain season. Like it was a lot of.
Oh yeah, because you had to like hunker down.
I had to hunker down and do a lot of stuff that I wasn't anticipating on doing.
2025 was grind year for you.
It was grind year, and it was also a very big. It made me very uncomfortable. Like because I've been coasting for a while. I was coasting for a while, and I think ironically enough, because me and my man went through a very similar year, not relationship wise, but like in our careers.
Oh yeah.
That it made our relationship take an interesting turn where we're
got stronger.
It got stronger 1,000%. And my prediction, if I had to take a prediction about what 2026 would look like, it's just gonna be not letting the newfound success or the newfound elevation of
get to your head.
Yeah, like that moving. Again, I was talking to you about this last night, where we grew up really poor, right? Mm-hmm. We grew up really fucking poor, and so I went from 1 year being still considered poor to being considered alone with everything being considered middle class.
Like not even lower middle, but
like middle class, yeah. middle class. And so it's been, I've told him multiple times, like, I refuse to forget that I've struggled to get here.
Yeah.
Because the money is coming easy now. And it's coming in ways that I've never seen money hit my account like this before. Right. I've never seen the ability of being able to do a lot of these things. And I have to remember to be humble. I have to remember to not let it get to my head. I have to remember, because right when I was like officially transitioning into that role and getting the numbers a lot higher, I was like, bro, what the fuck? Like, and I don't know how to do this.
And
like,
your instinct in the moment is like, oh, I get to spend, right?
Yes.
And then you have to check yourself.
It was, the first instinct was, oh, I get to spend and I get to just have a lot more nice stuff and a lot more nice things or whatever. And then I had to be like, no, Marce, that's not what that means. What that means is, me being a spiritual person, me being a religious person, my thought process was like, God's giving me this opportunity. It's not giving you the opportunity to go spend money. The universe or God is giving you the opportunity to learn your fucking lesson this time and stop wasting your money the way you're.
To set up a foundation.
Yeah, set yourself up successfully correctly now. Yeah. Like don't let.
But it's hard. It's hard,
bro.
Don't
let the emotional
I'm telling you,
tug to your poverty keep you from actually succeeding in life.
I'm not ashamed of talking about that imposter syndrome. There's been times where I'm like,
is that what that is?
100%.
I've always been a little bit.
Well, for me, it's imposter syndrome. I always think that I don't deserve this. And that it's gonna get taken away. I think, like,
yes,
for me,
I have
for
had
me,
that.
For me, it feels like I hit like a cheat code, or like I found a little back alleyway and nobody noticed me, and they're gonna notice and then they're gonna take it all back. You know what I mean?
Okay, I see what you mean.
You know what I mean? It does it, so it feels like I mean, just because I have imposter syndrome, don't mean I thug it out. I don't thug it out. I'm a hustler at my core, so I'm a hustle. But like it's a very palpable feeling. You know what I mean? I'm good at a lot of things that I do, and I've set up a really great, foundation. So I think I've done the right things, but it doesn't stop that feeling from being prevalent. And it's even more the tug of war is real whenever I both have that feeling and then hit a lick. You know what I mean? Like, I'm telling you, I'm being dead serious. And I consider it a milestone because I never thought that I'd be in this part of my life. But I got two gigs or 2 jobs. I'm about to finish one in a couple days. And it's a fat check.
Yeah.
It's a fat bag. And I literally 3 weeks ago, when I was running numbers, because we have to start doing taxes in a little bit, and because now it's the beginning of the year. I was thinking about it, and I'm like, oh, I could, and I legit opened up a fucking Safari tab and was like, what are like the like entry level Rolexes going for? You know what I mean? And I looked at it for like I left it open for days, dude. I left it open for days, and I just looked at it and I was like, I could, right? And then like the thing, and again, I was trying to find ways to get out of it, so I was like looking at one, I stopped wearing my Apple Watch.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't even want to feel like I need it. I need something there, right? So I stopped as like on a psychological like level. And then I was like, I read this thing that was like, if you can't afford it twice, you can't afford it.
Yeah.
Right? And I think that's bullshit. I think it should be more than that. I think it should be, if you can't afford
Way
it
more
4 or
than
5
twice, my
times,
dog.
you can't afford it.
Like,
because I can afford the Rolex twice, and I'm like, I don't think I should do it.
And I still don't want to see that kid out of my bank account, dog.
I don't think I should do it. Right? And then in the back of my mind, I'm like, but then is that really the goal? So
but I mean, that's so true, because I can afford Starbucks more than twice in my bank account. I still don't want to see them $10 come out for a fucking coffee, dog. Like, so it's like, I don't know.
So it's one of those things where I'm like, I understand the advice that you're doing, but I think you gotta up those numbers. I think you gotta be like, if you can't afford it 3 or 4 times, then you can't afford it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But so one of my goals for 2026 is to buy a place in Austin. That's one of my, and that's a huge goal. It's such a huge goal that it might not even happen in 2026. Yeah. But in 2026, I want to get really close to the actualization of that. If it takes all year, it takes all year.
I think my goal.
So that's my prediction for me.
Yeah.
I think professionally, I think everything's going well. Hopefully, I don't hit a snag. Hopefully, I don't hit, like, you know what I mean? So hopefully everything keeps getting better. But I think on that note, the only prediction that I want to have for myself is not like go and grind. It's not like go and make connect. I think I'm already doing all of that. So I think if I set that as goals, I think I'm not shooting high enough.
Yeah.
I think that I'm like, but you're kind of already doing that. So like on day one,
I think,
like ya lo hiciste. You know what I mean?
I think for me, like for me, that this has been a goal of mine for a while. So I have 2 vehicles that I'm paying. Yeah. Right. That's the first level up that happened this year, that I felt very, very proud of myself for, because one of them mom uses. Right. Oh, yeah, to me, I told myself, I'm like, mom needs to have a car. Mom and dad have never had like really reliable cars or newer cars. They don't know what it feels like to be in something nice and new that has all the techie stuff. It's not even a techie car.
Yeah,
it's just for them. It's new. Right. And so I told myself, I was like, okay, well, I need a car now. Right. So I got another car. And so there's 2 cars that I have that I'm paying off. And so I told myself that I want to finish paying off the cars by the end of the year, and gift dad my car as well, and then have them they both just have their paid off vehicles, like 2020 or newer cars that are like not fucking breaking them on them and stuff like that, while taking care of cars that have low mileage, all the jazz, right? So I think, and because of that, you've seen us this entire trip like talk about like a vehicle that I'd want to get for myself and stuff like that. And I think that's something that is probably
that's your goal.
The goal for, because I'm not like, I want to buy a house and stuff like that, but I'm not trying to. That's not something that I think is something that I'm actually considering this year or even within the next 2 years. I think it's something that's a 3-year plan for me. Okay. And I know I have very specific, like 3 years is a good amount of time to be able to save whatever I need to be able to buy whatever house. Yeah. For me, this year, I think it's entirely feasible to get to a point where at the end of next year, at the end of this year, at the end of 2026, I will have paid off both vehicles, given them the vehicles that they should have. And then you have your own. And I'm either in the point of buying a new vehicle or already having a new vehicle. Like, I'm not, like you said, I'm not in the process of necessarily like, oh, it's gonna happen this year. It's more like I'm setting myself up for that success, either at the end of this year, if not.
You want to start the snowball.
That, or I mean, because it depends on how my year goes. Because I'm somebody who works off commission. So if my year goes really fucking well,
even better.
Then it's even better, right? And that's like you said, I'm a grinder. I'm a fucking hustler at heart. I grind hard. Like I'm constantly nonstop. Like I work. I'm like, hey, yo, and this and this and this and this and this, and everybody's like, girl, you working on? I'm like, yeah, hell yeah, I'm trying to work on a lot. I'm trying to make sure that my month starts and ends hella well. Yeah. And I'm going to keep doing that shit because guess what? I want my money, dog. Like, I'm not out here.
That's my prediction for me.
Yeah.
I have predictions for the world. I think that 2026 is going to be an exciting year for politics because I think that a lot of it's a midterm. It's a midterm year.
That's going to be an interesting year.
A lot of things might.
I think a lot of people are going to be backpedaling.
And I hope to God that it's not a disappointing midterm.
Sure hope so.
I hope so, and I can vote.
Yep. I am very excited to see how much more voter turnout comes out.
Hopefully,
from
man, because like
midterm. Because even for there has to be people on both sides of the spectrum that are like, bro, this is I get what y'all are trying to do, but y'all are not doing it right. This bullshit, like this is I'm fed up. Even if I'm not gonna vote left. Like maybe like a right hand person right here is not gonna vote left, but they're like, yeah, but I want to vote in a better right person. Yeah. Like I'm not trying to keep the same old dusty man that don't know what the fuck he's doing no more.
Right.
Because Congress only worked 43 days out of this goddamn year and will still earn their benefits, getting all their shit, even though they were shut down, even though they was doing all this extra crap, and they still out here not having no age limits, none of this shit. These motherfuckers out here just doing
turning into powder in front of us.
Absolutely, motherfuckers falling asleep.
Yeah,
anyway, so I feel like it's like in terms of the world, I think it's going to be a very interesting political year. I think in terms of that, I am very excited to see Mamdami's first year.
Oh, he just got inaugurated. That'll be fun too. I'm a little less plugged into that since we don't live in New York, but it is exciting to see from a distance.
It's exciting to see from a distance because we can't deny that the New York typically sets a precedent and or a blueprint for big cities like Houston,
100%.
like LA, 100%. Chicago, Miami, like all of these different big cities.
Yeah.
Like if those people start doing well, all of a sudden you're going to start seeing people in Houston be like, well, bitch, I want that shit too. The fuck? Go. Yeah. Then all of a sudden we're going to kick Whitmire out and we're going to start having a bunch of other people in here that are going to be moving forward.
Yeah, for the expectations in 2026, I hope for it to be a good political year, at least heading in the right direction. So I do have expectations on a cultural level. I hope the Bad Bunny Super Bowl is the best Super Bowl that's ever happened.
Fun. It's going to be like a couple weeks.
I have an expectation for Olivia Dean to win Album of the Year.
When is Grammys?
Right before the Super Bowl.
Damn.
Yeah. So I've got that. I'm doing a lot of traveling, so I'm expecting to learn some stuff about some other places and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. I have an expectation for myself or for each other, like in general for the family, to try to make our parents travel a little bit more.
I think that's gonna be a feasible thing.
Yeah. I don't really have anything else other than to just keep the momentum going. So I think it's good. But on that note, we've got to head out of here.
Yeah.
But on that note, we hope you guys had a good New Year, like always. What are your 2026 expectations? What are your personal expectations? What are your goals? What are your political expectations? It's going to be a big year. It feels like energy is shifting in a way. It feels like us millennials are starting to get into a position where we're really thinking about the world, and don't let people fucking change it up on you. We still are trendsetters. We went to the New Year's Eve party and it was pretty nice, and it was just millennials in that bitch.
Yeah, essentially. It was. Yeah,
we still running shit, so don't get it fucking twisted. But on that note, hope you guys have a good day. Make sure you share, subscribe, follow us everywhere. It does really well for us. And again, remember, we're incredibly we're entirely self-funded. So please support. It means a lot to us. In advance, thank you so much. See you guys later. Deuces.